Here's what's coming up on your horizon. Well, from the biosciences to information services, Oklahoma has seen some tremendous growth in new segments of our economy. And while these sectors continue to expand, other more traditional industries are growing too. Today, we begin our show by looking at the multi-billion-dollar impact of Oklahoma's equine industry.
The impact to the state is huge.
In this week's Oklahoma Standard, we meet a new Oklahoman who's not let distance or even disadvantage keep him from his goal of helping others.
I just want to be able to show kids that, you know what you see around you, there is more beyond.
And we end our day looking at the financial side of aging. We'll examine everything from the future of Social Security and Medicare to new job opportunities for those wanting to care for our seniors. Stay with us for Oklahoma Horizon.
Oklahoma Horizon is made possible by the Oklahoma Department of Career and Technology Education.
Oklahoma's investment in Career Tech provides more than nationally recognized technology education and training. It produces solid financial returns for the state's economic future. Oklahoma Career Tech, elevating our economy.
And the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture, Food, and Forestry, helping good people grow good things. And now, from the Career Tech Studios in Stillwater, here's your host, Rob McClendon.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining us here on Horizon. Well, Oklahoma is known worldwide for its top caliber horses as well as its top tier equine facilities. Recognized as the horse show capital of the world, it's home to all sorts of events. Yet you don't have to ride to be a fan of our four-legged friends. Oklahoma's equine industry is big business and one that has a financial impact on all our lives.
From racehorses to those down on the farm, Oklahoma is horse country. It's part of our heritage.
We get so many people that come here looking for the real West.
Finding a thriving equine economy. Michael Carrier is the president of the Oklahoma City Convention and Visitors Bureau and says the horse industry is riding high in Oklahoma.
The impact to the state is huge. I deal specifically with Oklahoma City, and of course, here in Oklahoma City, between the show horse and the racing horse components, it is probably in excess of $400 million a year. Certainly, with the show horse side, it's close to $200 million. I would expect that it's at least that much and probably more with racing at Remington Park. And that doesn't even count the farms, the ranches that we have in Oklahoma City and other things related to the industry. It's a huge industry for us here in Oklahoma City and a great one to have.
Even associational headquarters are housed here, like the Pinto Horse Association of America. Daryl Bilkey is the executive vice president.
We have our World Show in Tulsa, which we bring 2,500 head of horses, and we'll probably have an economic impact with that one event of probably $36 to $40 million. And then we just finished another one we call the Color Breed Congress in Tulsa, and we'll have 1,500 horses there, and that'll have an impact of about $8,000 to $10,000. So with our association and just our two national events that we have here has, almost $50 million impact.
An impact that Representative Don Arms says encompasses more than just horse owners.
The jobs that are created, we've got feed dealers, we've got farriers, we've got veterinarians, we've got trailer manufacturers and distributors, and just all the things that go, all the spin-off industries, if you will, that support that industry. It's just a tremendous job creator.
Krista Morris is with the National Reining Horse Association and says Oklahoma's equine industry brings dollars into the state.
We have so many people that come in and they're here ultimately to show their horses, but they're booking hotel rooms, they're going out to eat, they're spending lots of money on everything from trucks and trailers to boots and cowboy hats, and they make those big purchases. And we have lots of European contingent that come in, and they make plans to do a lot of their purchasing while they're here in the States because they know they'll get great product and have a great selection.
People like horse shows, but they like to go do other things too, and especially when they come to town and they're here for like 2 weeks, they're looking for other activities to do. So it's a big business clear across the board for all of us.
According to Secretary of Agriculture Jim Reese, such commerce is a boon for local economies.
Outside all of the buying feed, buying hay, buying water, things for the industry, tack, saddles, all the things that go along with the industry. There's $100 million of taxes paid to state and local governments.
Since 2005, the Oklahoma State Fair Park and the Tulsa Expo Center have invested $250 million in improvements to their facilities, keeping riders coming back year after year.
Our worldwide headquarters is located right here in Oklahoma City, and we host our two largest events in the sport of reining right here at the State Fair Park. And it's such a tremendous place to come and show our horses. It's the best of the best. And Oklahoma City and the state have done so much to improve the facilities, the riding areas, the stalling areas. We know they have intents to do more, and that just really makes it great for our competitors that come in from all over the world. They know they're coming to a perfect spot to show their horses.
So when you add up all the economic impact generated by the Oklahoma equine industry, the total is over $3.6 billion, yielding roughly 35,000 full-time equivalent jobs. Now when we return, we meet an Oklahoma standard who was born in Africa.
You're watching Oklahoma Horizon, featuring some of the good things that are happening in the great state of Oklahoma.
Well, this year we began a new segment here on Horizon we call our Oklahoma Standard, recognizing those, whether an individual or an entity, that are setting a standard for our state. And today we meet a young man who's let neither distance nor disadvantage stand in his way of helping others. From humble beginnings in a small Kenyan village.
When I was growing up, I didn't know anything about America. I didn't even know that it existed.
Nelson Cap Kerwak, or Cap as he's better known, is working to fulfill a dream.
Well, it's a long story, but I'll make it short. My long-term plan is to be a nurse anesthetist, and that is my calling.
Cap immigrated to the U.S. with his parents, finished high school, and attended college in Michigan on a track scholarship, earning his university degree, yet
After I got out into the job market, I was not able to get a job. And I've spent all this amount of money.
So determined to become a nurse anesthesiologist, Cap began another journey, this time across country.
Actually, I went online. When I compared the tuition amount to other schools that had the same sort of application duration, KTC was very reasonable.
So Cap got in his car and drove 1,000 miles just to turn in an application.
He drove 14 hours one way to even turn in his packet, just to turn around and head straight back.
One of 3 trips he was to make.
It was raining, you couldn't see nothing.
Through bad weather and worse.
On my way back, there was a tornado.
Arriving knowing no one, only to immediately find a new friend.
My parents were missionaries in Africa when I was a teenager, and so I heard an accent that I hadn't heard in a while.
Kiamichi Tech instructor Corey Richards.
So I followed this young man, and I said, don't mean to interrupt you. I said, where are you from? And he said, I'm from Detroit. I said, before Detroit? And he said, I'm from Kenya.
Just the fact that he had been to Africa, I felt that he was family.
Family that took Cap under their wing, helping him find a place to live.
He stayed in my parents' fifth wheel trailer. And after staying there a couple of months, he thought, I can survive in something like this, and gets on Craigslist and finds an RV in Arkansas, and next thing you know, he's buying it and driving it back.
And while modest, even by African standards,
And it is hot in here.
it is a home that Cap will always be grateful for, because it allows him to take classes to become a licensed practical nurse. Studies he's already halfway through.
They're very student-oriented, and they emphasize and help you to make sure that you succeed. You're not going to fail because you have great teachers that will help you, push you, kick you a little bit. This program, the licensed practical nursing here at KTC, will cost 3 times less what it would cost me either in Michigan or at a college. I wish when I got to the United States, I knew that I could go to a career tech and get my education and get into a job market.
Beginning a career Cap hopes he can someday use to help his home village back in Kenya.
I want to start a children foundation in my village. I just want to be able to show kids that, you know what you see around you, there is more beyond.
Which is why Nelson Cap is this week's Oklahoma Standard, for his giving heart and a vision to see through the difficulties and recognize the opportunities that lie ahead. Now, next week in our Oklahoma Standard, we meet an Oscar-winning Oklahoman who's changed the face of entertainment.
Come on in, I'll show you the House of Horrors.
Still to come on Oklahoma Horizon. New job opportunities for those wanting to work with the elderly. But first, social insecurity.
Well, for most Americans, Social Security and Medicare are central to the compact we have with our government. We pay into the system during our working lives. Then the system helps support us for however long we last. Problem is, we're lasting longer and longer, and the cost of Social Security just continues to rise. Now, if you're a young person for whom old age and retirement seems ridiculously distant, you better listen up. It's not today's retirees who could feel the pinch. It's going to be you. With some background, here's Frank Sesno.
1935 was a year of firsts. Bob Hope made his network radio debut. The Hoover Dam was officially declared open, and FDR signed Social Security into law.
Today, a hope of many years standing is in large part fulfilled.
In the 30s, life expectancy was lower, though. There were far fewer seniors around, and no such thing as child support, disability benefit, or cost of living adjustments. Today, all that's changed. Men don't die at 60 on average, like they did in 1935. In fact, they live to more than 76 years. Women, 81 years. Now, Social Security isn't just the single biggest U.S. government program. It's bigger than the economies of most other countries. Medicare started in 1965 and now covers about 50 million Americans. Everybody over 65, plus others with certain diseases or disabilities. 1 out of every 5 healthcare dollars spent in America is paid by Medicare. That's $550 billion a year. Almost all of us kick in part of our earnings to keep Medicare and Social Security going. So when the checks arrive, you might think you're just getting your own contributions back, but that's not true. On average, we get it all back, plus a whole lot more. And there's a problem. In 1950, there were about 16 wage earners kicking money in for every 1 recipient taking money out. By 2010, there were only about 3.
If that keeps up, at some point we're in real trouble here. Most Americans want Social Security and Medicare to continue, but with a rapidly aging population, we have to face the facts.
And the number of people paying into Social Security versus those taking out, well, it's going in the wrong direction, especially if you're my age. While the numbers of recipients versus workers has steadily fallen since 1970, look what happens at the year 2030, the year I become Social Security eligible. For every one of me, there will be just 1.9 workers paying in. So if you're a working couple, think of it as adopting an extra grandparent to support. Now, that doesn't sound like your cup of tea. There are some alternatives being proposed. If you will, take a look at this with me. In the past 40 years, real wages have increased in this country by about 12%. But the Social Security payroll tax that comes out of all of our checks, that has only increased in the same period by roughly 2.5%. So while Congress made adjustments to raise what seniors receive from Social Security, they never put in a mechanism to pay for it. According to the Trust Fund's own annual report, if nothing changes, Social Security will be able to pay full benefits only until the year 2033. Now, after that, benefits will need to be reduced by 25% unless we do some tinkering. And here's what a think tank called The Third Way is proposing. It has developed a proposal to increase Social Security benefits slightly for the most vulnerable, trim benefits for the wealthy, and eliminate them altogether for the super rich. Now, their proposal would also gradually increase the retirement age to 68 for those born after 1964, not so bad when you consider that for those my age, we can't start collecting already until age 67, and then eventually set Social Security eligibility at 70 for those born after 2009. Now, just by pegging the retirement age to reflect our increased longevity, we could close about a third of the pending funding gap. Now, the third way proposal also tinkers with the Consumer Price Index formula that's used to set annual costs of living adjustments for retirement benefits. So just by slowing those annual increases, we could close another 1/3 of the program's projected funding gap. Now, on the revenue side, otherwise known as taxes, the group proposes that by 2020, the government extends the payroll tax for high-wage earners. Currently, if you make over $106,000 a year, you do not pay any payroll taxes over that mark. Now, under this proposal, that number would increase to $190,000 a year, essentially doubling the taxable amount for the top 2% of Americans. Now, it would also tax 100% of Social Security benefits received by high-income retirees, up from the 85% that they currently pay. So when you add all those together, Social Security is once again on solid ground for the foreseeable future. The problem is, while the math may work, the politics may not. All the options carry political risk because they have the potential to affect nearly every U.S. family, while also raising the ire of some very powerful interest groups. But the sooner changes are made, the more subtle they can be. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Social Security and Medicare funding, just head to our website at okhorizon.com, where we have several infographics under our Face the Facts section. When we return, the business of taking care of the aged. Want to share something you've seen here today? Well, all of our episodes are streaming on our YouTube channel at Oklahoma Horizon TV, or you can subscribe to our weekly free podcasts on iTunes. Well, my parents often joke that old age wasn't for sissies, and let me tell you, it's not for the financially unprepared either. From healthcare to housing, growing old can get expensive. John Harded is the president and CEO of Epworth Villa.
It's clear that we live in the midst of a longevity revolution. Individuals are living far longer than they ever have. And one of the things that they really need to begin thinking about is, how do I insure against future healthcare expenditures? Because those expenses will eat up possibly large sums of their estates. So Harded recommends a couple of things. Long-term care insurance is always a good idea, and the earlier you buy it, the less expensive it is. And Harded says the stigma of being put in an old folks' home is also lessening as amenities and quality of care just continues to rise. Now we have much more from John Harded, the CEO of Epworth Villa, streaming on our website, where he talks more about how facilities like his work, as well as some general advice for all of us as we prepare for those golden years. Just go to okhorizon.com and look for senior living under our value-added section. Well, I've heard it said that the aged are an ever-growing army, and with a little luck, we'll all someday get to be drafted. That's one of the reasons why Oklahoma is focusing efforts on attracting people into the nursing field to serve our seniors. Joining me now is our Lisa Hines.
That's right, Rob. Certified nurse aides play a vital role in today's long-term care environment. But nationwide, there's a shortage of CNA workers. In Oklahoma, there is a statewide initiative to utilize funds from the Oklahoma Healthcare Authority to introduce future workers into the industry, while also providing better care for residents.
At the Stroud Healthcare Center, quality care is a requirement. And Central Tech's Judy Pierce says her certified nursing assistant students learn just how much.
The CNA training is important because our geriatrics that live in our long-term care facilities deserve quality care, respect, and for us to train our students the way that we would want to be treated in a nursing home, and our family members. Because everybody here is somebody's mom or dad, brother, sister, son, daughter. It's all about excellent hands-on care, quality care.
And according to Director of Nursing Vicki Kime, the certified nursing assistants play an important role.
They provide care that the nurse cannot provide. The nurse just does not have enough time during the day to do all the duties. And the CNA gets to be their confidant, their friend. They provide them, you know, with someone that they can talk to during the day and someone that they can tell their problems to, and it becomes someone that they can listen to. They almost become some type of a family member to them, like an extension of their family, and they can come to the nurse, whereas the resident may not feel comfortable telling the nurse something. They can tell the nurse, and they can become their voice and let them know what they need.
It's dedicated work and something CNA student Emma Torres says is a dream of hers.
I just love it. Yeah, it changed my life. I just love to help people.
Barbara Burden is a CNA instructor at Central Tech and says that love of helping people is critical.
They have to have heart. They have to know that they want to do this. They have to have the care and the feeling to take care of the elderly people. If you don't have that, you don't belong in this field.
For Ashley Howard, it's all about moving up the CNA career ladder.
You learn to love your job more and what you do and appreciate and understand what you're taking care of, how's a better way to approach them. I mean, you have a lot of people in here that need special care and have a lot of special needs that need to be met, and each day is a challenge, but they teach you to learn how to deal with them challenges. And not only learn how to deal with them, but you can also mentor and teach your other coworkers a better way of dealing with them. You get more responsibility, you earn more knowledge, you gain a lot of compassion for what you do.
Hello, John. And Ashley's sister Erica is using her CNA certification as a stepping stone in the nursing world.
I've been through the CNA program, the CNA 2. I worked my way up to a CMA, the medication aid. I've been through the advanced classes of that, and I am now an LPN.
All beginning with just a 3-week course in a program that is a win-win situation for nursing homes.
We kind of hand select the people we want to hire from the career tech, so yes, they stay longer and they fit in, and when they do their training, we kind of see if they're going to fit our needs. And it becomes a great situation to whereas we're not having expenditures trying to train somebody that's not going to stay. So we see them beforehand if they're going to stay, keep our costs down, and the residents are happy because they have already met the student, and sometimes they'll recommend, hey, that would be a great person for us to hire. Why don't you hire them? Why don't you think about that? I like them. They do good work. And that helps us a lot, where they get to see the person as a student and let them kind of decide too if it's going to work for them.
I have your medicine.
And puts them on the path.
How are you this morning?
To a future doing what they love.
Trouble this morning.
By helping people.
Thank you, and I'll bring you some Tylenol, okay?
Now, each of these people we just talked to received a full scholarship from the Oklahoma Healthcare Authority for their training and certification. In return, they've agreed to work in a Sooner Care licensed long-term care facility for at least 1 year.
So if someone's seeing this, how do they go about applying for one of these full scholarships, Elisa?
Well, Rob, this training is offered by several technology centers and OSU. It's short-term, only 3 weeks long, but it can be an entryway into a rewarding career. And we have a link on our website to the schools around the state offering the program.
All right. Thank you so much, Elise.
You're welcome, Rob.
You can keep up with us throughout the week. Just head to okhorizon.com, where you can see more of any of our stories, read our reporters behind the scenes blogs, see what others are saying about us on Twitter, and face the facts with our regular updates. So reach out and touch us anywhere and anytime.
Next time on Oklahoma Horizon, a couple of films shot in Oklahoma are garnering some national attention. Next time, we look at movie making, both big and small, here in the Sooner State.
I think being in Oklahoma was a huge help in really understanding the history of the Plains and that mentality.
The business of homegrown films on Oklahoma Show for the Heartland, Oklahoma Horizon. Well, each week we try to have a unifying theme for the show, even if you have to look sometimes a bit closer to find it. Now, we began today by looking at the multi-billion-dollar impact of our equine industry. Then we met a young man who hasn't let anything dash his dreams of going into the medical field, examined some of the challenges facing Social Security, and then ended our show looking at senior care and the jobs being created around it. 4 areas that are seemingly unrelated except for this. To have the latter, we need the former. For nearly 3 decades, Social Security produced big surpluses, collecting more in taxes from workers than it paid in benefits to retirees. But not anymore. The current surplus, now valued at a whopping $2.7 trillion, will be gone by 2033. And at that point, Social Security becomes kind of a pay-as-you-go program. And to do that, our economy has to be strong, or we face, as a country, all sorts of problems. So when we take a look at a certain segment of our economy that may look seemingly removed from your daily life, remember this, that no matter the industry, they do pay taxes, revenue that goes to fund programs that we all benefit from, especially as we age. I'm Rob McClendon. Thanks for watching. See you back here next time.
Thank you for watching Oklahoma Horizon.